Whew. Whew. All right. I think everything should be working fine.
All right. Looks like I couldn't be there for last stream. I was something.
A whole lot of something.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah. So yeah, I hear. Pretty much. Anybody not unaware? Yeah, we are. The title's not misleading or anything. We are ending Hi-Fi Rush tonight. This is It's been a really interesting trip considering the fact that this started out as like the game that more or less like sort of life was trying not to have me play because it was just like fucking the financial situation, which I have still yet to hear back from PayPal in the grand scheme of things in regards to the money they took from me. But
Honestly, at this point, I'm beginning to think that they're just counting it for themselves.
yeah. Yeah. By the end of this month, if they haven't at all given me the money back, I'm pretty much going to I am pretty much going to clip that video of me talking about it initially when I started Hi-Fi Rush, and then make an update video saying, yeah, they haven't come back and absolutely vent. Which, yeah, I'm 100% expecting that to happen at this point. I could be wrong here, and I could just, like, see what happens, but I'm more or less imagining that, yeah, that money's not coming back. But that aside, it went from the game that more or less PayPal was sort of preventing me from playing to the game that it's the game I was like most excited to play on stream in the grand scheme of things, especially closing out of 2023.
I'm just imagining that one meme. Who wants to enjoy rock and roll at 3 a.m.? So boy, 3 a.m.
Man. So, ultimately, before we get into it, I think I do want to talk about my thoughts up to this point about the game, because I imagine more so there's going to be some stuff that I'm going to forget or anything, so I want to talk about it.
All right, go ahead.
In my honest opinion, I do not know how the ending is going to play out, but in my honest opinion, if I had gotten this game so much sooner, I gotta tell you, hearing and finding out that it got an award at the Game Awards, I would have been so fucking hyped. Because this game is just... It is just absolutely a marvel of a passion project. It absolutely is. And granted, you know, there's a couple moments here or there where I look at it and I'm like, oh, that's a little bit iffy or whatnot. But very much in the case, it's like those are like stuff like that is kind of like nitpicks and whatnot. But outside of that, I mean, let's just like, it's not just the music. It is the sound design. It is the art direction. It is the honestly, in the grand scheme of things, just how good this game looks. This is very reminiscent of sort of like Jet Set Radio, and like it's very reminiscent of the days of like that 3D anime esque cell-shaded type game. And it's very reminiscent of the games, especially like those from like the PS2 era. And there's something about seeing a game of that quality in terms of graphics and whatnot, but this level of art direction and everything in this day and age. And not just that, but also being one of the games that absolutely doesn't cater to the mainstream market. There's no live service, there's no microtransactions, there are no there's no paywalls really. There's no real paywalls or anything. It is mainly just, hey, we made a fun game and we worked hard on this. Enjoy. And it's something where it's just like, I'm hoping that the market in the grand scheme of things actually pulls its head out of its ass and finally stops giving us games with all of this fucking shit in them that just, at the end of the day, it's just short-lived content, and at the end of the day doesn't work in terms of long-term and bringing in more money and everything. Like, I really hope that in terms of the market, like, that's where we're going towards forward, instead of where we have been going, or worse off, more clones of Hi-Fi Rush. Essentially, more games that try to do what Hi-Fi Rush does in various ways, but neglecting, the actual what made Hi-Fi Rush a memorable experience to begin with and everything. We're probably going to get that, honestly. It is probably going to be the latter. But it's just, this game to me, I want it to be looked back at as like a shining beacon of hope that not everybody in the grand scheme of things, when it came to games in the modern day and everything, we're not hoping for microtransactions. We're not hoping for loot boxes. We're not hoping for an RNG system that you had to pay. They had to put money into a giant hole to burn. We're not hoping for just constant live service and constant patches and updates. So at the end of the day, I mean, this game is just, as a whole, it is one of the best games I have played. And not just that, the music. Now, I haven't heard all the tracks of the copyrighted ones, but when I looked into more so sort of kind of what they were doing with the streamer mode soundtrack and everything, I was actually pretty impressed. And honestly, in the grand scheme of things, the amount of effort they put into the tracks that they made for streamer mode and everything are so good. They are so good. Ever since I heard it once, Too Big to Fail has been stuck in my head since then. It is just, it's like the first boss song too. That's the thing. It's an absolute banger of a song. But other than that, it's just like all the other songs, like just the original music that this game has is so good. And not just that, like the character designs are really memorable, are really good. The fact that I think all the characters are named after either like foods or places or objects for some reason, but it's just it's humorous, but at the same time I also like it, and it feels in its own way. It feels natural as opposed to being like as opposed to being like a gimmick for the sake of cheap humor. Now it feels like actual like natural, like I don't know. It's just it feels legitimately good, and also like the humor in this game is like. Yeah, this game knows how to make you laugh. It is really funny. Like, it's it has the its own way. I feel like it has like its own humor mix of like Looney Tunes and Venture Brothers, where it's like on one minute you'll see like like a gag of a character constantly getting their head caved in by getting hit in the side with a metal wall, and then by the third time, when the character's trying to be careful, immediately the gag just decides to do it for them. It's just like, I like that, but also moments where it's just like the main boss telling his subordinate that she's fired after he quote unquote kills her, goes like, fired. Oh wait, damn it, I should have used the flamethrower. Like that is it feels very like in its own way. The comedy feels very like down to earth in its own way. Like the comedy derives from imperfection. I think that's where the big thing is, and I like that. I enjoy that.
Yeah, that's the best part about this whole thing. It knows it's not perfect. It has fun with it, and at the end of the day, it really does just want you to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that. I was just letting you talk about it. Just the way you were passionate about the whole thing. I couldn't interrupt. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. And I mean, in the grand scheme of things, when it came to like, I would say in the grand scheme of things, I mean, for one, the writing overall is really good. I mean, yeah, it's like the writing in this feels like really good and everything. I think it feels ultimately like it feels one of those stories where it feels familiar, but to me, I'm looking at this like I don't really think it's trying to be like I don't think it's trying to be the like in its own way. I don't think it's trying to be something like The Usual Suspects or something like The Sixth Sense, where it's just like it's trying, where it is legitimately trying to do this Machiavellian type planning around and everything for this huge big story, and trying to make like the user like guess what exactly is happening next. No, I think it knows what it is, and it's just like it doesn't necessarily care about whether or not you know about it. It's just here to have fun, and I like that. But aside from that, I mean, there's one thing out of everything I've loved in this, even with the amount of delay I've gotten, and that is the gameplay. This is just this is something that I think even like I would even say Hi-Fi Rush has a problem with making music sound and feel integral to the game. Now or wait, did I say Hi-Fi Rush or No Straight Roads for? I meant No Straight.
He was like, wait a minute.
I meant No Straight Roads. I think No Straight Roads had this issue initially where it didn't feel like the music felt integral to the game. Now, on baseline, yes, there were things that moved to the beat in No Straight Roads. That, yes, you could, like, move to the beat and everything, and there were moments where you could just, like... there were moments where it allowed you to match the beat and everything, yeah, but it felt very, like, in comparison, it felt very bare-boned, honestly. It felt very, like, in its own way doing the bare essential, but I can't really get too much on them, considering that was very much an indie game made by an indie studio, not, I don't think in America, I think it was in Malaysia, but that's, I mean, like, for a game on this caliber and everything, doing essentially what No Straight Roads was doing, but taking it up. The sound effects and going more for a Devil May Cry-esque type combo, but matching it to music and everything, it feels legitimately fun. It feels honestly enjoyable to get into. Even if I'm just doing the same type of combos over and over again, I'm legitimately having fun. I'm legitimately like into the beat of things. I'm legitimately enjoying everything. So in like, even it's just like in the grand scheme of things, you know what is surprising? It's just like the fact that throughout this entire playthrough, like, I've only died twice. The fact that I've only died twice. First off, suck it, IGN. Second off, suck it, IGN. Third off, this game is actually pretty fun. But fourth, suck it, IGN.
He's like, where was I going with this?
Dear God. Like... oh my God. But...
Okay, so, the end yet, so I won't say anything about that. But I do gotta ask, what has been your favorite part so far, besides the whole slamming your face into metal thing?
uh, I mean, on a minor note, one of my favorite parts of this game is absolutely the fact that it has a Spider-Man 3 QuickTime event. I'm going to die with Corsica. I was curious to see whether or not it was achievable or if it was like the story needs you to have it happen. But no, it is achievable, and I gotta tell you, letting her fall face first onto the metal floor was funnier. It was just so much funnier. But aside from that, I think my favorite part in the grand scheme of things, honestly, it has, I gotta be honest, it is just both the visuals and the characters. Like, the visuals to this game, like, even when it goes to, like, comic aesthetic, even when it's, like, in its game engine, even when it goes to animation, like, it looks solid. Like, there are times where it's just, like, there are times where it's, like, I can't tell if this is in engine or if it's made the transition to like the game engine. Like that's how tight it looks and feels, and that's full on credit where it's due to the people in like the art direction department and everything. Just the people who were working on this, just absolutely, they knew how to make this feel concise. They knew how to make it feel consistent and everything, and I really enjoyed that. But aside from that, the characters honestly are so good. They are. It's like it goes from this case of like just sort of people that more so just Chai kind of ran into, and even at the beginning was sort of forced to be with, and then it went from that to actually them legitimately taking down a massive operation and legitimately actually bonding as friends and whatnot, and actually becoming closer. And it's just like, I look at this and I'm like, honestly, like, kudos. Like, I really enjoy where the story went. I enjoy where the story is going. I enjoy what is happening with the characters. I enjoy their chemistry and everything. I enjoy this. Like, it feels, I guess in its own way, it feels genuinely like human. And I kind of feel like that's the point, considering we're going against like this cold machine of a company that's only concerned about money and looking good.
Honestly, that whole character growth experience is amazing in every way.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, and I want to say this jokingly, but seriously, why can't we have more moments like this in other games?
And, like,
And honestly, going back to the whole thing about the industry, I love how this game basically takes the piss out of the whole state of the industry nowadays.
mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. Honestly, in the grand scheme of things, it's just like games like these. I look back to the whole Baldur's Gate 3 dispute and the whole fucking IGN debacle and everything about like motherfuckers saying it's just like, oh man, why can't like people can't like just do what people can't just like take what Baldur's Gate 3 did and learn from it and just do it for themselves. It's just like, I mean, this game is a prime example of having a smaller world, having a like smaller set of gameplay and everything, being more limited and being more in its own bubble, but also being an enjoyable time. Like also being like just an enjoyable experience. I mean, for Baldur's Gate 3, look, I'm happy for the studio and the devs and everyone who worked on it, and especially considering that it turned out as big and as much of a profit as it did. Like, they put so much, I can already tell, they put so much time and work into that, to the point where it almost, like, actually just let the studio go to bankrupt. So for them, I'm glad it turned out as much of a big, like, just a big cash cow as it did. But You know, if you were to ask me, it's like, hey, would you want every game to be in the same vein as Baldur's Gate 3? Hell no, I don't want that. I want more journeys. I want more Gris. I want more Strays. I want more, hell, I want more Hades. I want more games that are, like, in the grand scheme of things, I want more games that know what they are and are going for their own type of vision, but at the same time are also entertaining enough to either be played multiple times or be played as long as you fucking want without really going to, like, past like your own boundaries or past what is quote unquote possible for video games.
Right, right. And honestly, the idea about it all, and if anyone can take anything from this, just do what you love most of all. If you, this is, I know for most indie companies, this will probably serve the same example, but hey, if if this game can make it, y'all can too, and everybody else has no excuse.
Yeah. And also, I want to say this to any game like CEO or whatnot, or big person that's like, or someone in finance or whatnot that is listening. Uh, Even if the game is less than $70, if the game is like $30, yes, it is going to bring in quote unquote less money, but you also know what it is going to bring in more people who are willing to play it because the game is cheaper. The game is like the game is cheaper. Not just that, the game is cheaper. If the game is fun, if the game is accessible, legitimately, you are going to find that the lower price tag ultimately equates to more demand. You're going to equate to a bigger audience, and if there are people out there in like the game industry who actually think that launching every game at the highest price you can possibly get is the way to go, you are going to find more so disappointment after disappointment, and you're going to find more so that even if people do pay for it, it wouldn't be as much as you'd be making if you just lowered the fucking price. And I'm real glad to see that Hi-Fi Rush was one of those games that wasn't just me or my friends in this case, Arashi, didn't pay $70 fucking dollars launch day for this game.
Yeah, that was still one of the best choice. That was still one of the best payment choices I've ever made.
Yeah. One of the best games I've played. But yeah, alright. I think we gotten that all the way. I think it's time to get into the meat of things.
Ah, so you have learned the art of freeform jazz. Good to know.
Wow. AOA's living up to his name title. It's just a glitch.
You doing okay?
This can only go
You gonna
so
be all
well.
right with
I
Kale?
promise.
There's probably nothing I can say to change his mind. All I really want to know is where my mom is.
I thought she retired.
Technically, but ever since Kale took over the company, it's like she dropped off the map. I have a feeling he knows where she is.
Well, we'll get you some answers. Then make him pay.
Deep breaths.
Are you panicking again?
How could I not? We're up against Kale.
But we took down everything they've thrown at us so far. And Roquefort was even a giant werewolf.
You're right. Like you said, I gotta be a bit more confident.
When you're worried about what's to come, do what I do. Just think in an hour, 2 hours, we'll be done. And we'll have won. See yourself at the finish line.
Wow, that's pretty insightful, Chai.
Yeah, I read it when I flipped through Peppermint's diary.
Wait, what?
Moving on. Moving on!
Sorry, let's keep it going.
So, Kale's office. He's home turf. What can we expect?
Honestly, I don't know. Spoke to Corsica, and even she's never been inside.
Well, that's not good.
You're right. It's not.
Wait, don't freak out. It just means we have the advantage of not knowing what we are doing.
How is that an advantage?
Well, we'll be alert.
Damn it, man. We
for
just had a
everything,
pep talk
since
after
we
this.
don't
To be
expect anything.
Well, that's one way to look at it. All right. Maybe this will work out.
Wouldn't it be funny if that giant robot that Kale was using initially was just never part of the actual game, and it's just only that one part? We're not actually facing a giant robot.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Mr. Chai. So Roquefort managed to keep a giant werewolf hidden inside him. What about you, Cinnamon? What's hiding under that hunk of metal?
Unfortunately, nothing, Mr. Chai. I'm sorry to disappoint you.
Everybody's got something.
I want to believe so, but I have yet to find it.
When the time comes, you'll know it. All right, Cinnamon, give me the data breakdown.
On what, Mr. Chai?
On the thing we're about to do.
I do not just have random data. I need something to quantify.
Well, quantify...
I do like
me.
how out of
I
everyone
actually tried,
here,
but every
Cinnamon
time I put
has
you into a
stayed
calculation, I
consistent.
get an error. I think you are
Yeah.
the human equivalent of dividing by 0.
Awesome.
For you, maybe, but for me, it is very confusing.
How's it going? I gotta say, as much as I didn't see Roquefort actually turning into a giant wolf, I didn't expect us to come this far.
You assumed I would fail?
Well, I figured your luck had to run out at some point.
I
Don't
mean,
get
she's not
cocky.
wrong.
Kale's like nothing we've come to before.
I'm not underestimating him.
That's good. But I'm a bit worried about
Yeah,
Peppermint. This is
yeah.
personal for her.
After all we've been through, it might not be easy. But I think she can handle it.
You might be right about that. But we need to be there for her when she needs it.
That's what we're here for.
Also, is the game audio fine? I don't know if it's too loud or too quiet.
Chai, I probably don't need to tell you this, but don't expect an easy victory here.
Hey, I didn't say anything.
Well,
No, yeah, it's
up
fine
until
for me.
now, you
Okay.
seem to expect everything to go your way.
Why are you bumming me out before this critical moment?
I want to help you figure things out, Chai.
Now?
Actually, you're probably right. Why don't we save the self-reflection until after all of this?
Yeah. Good call, Corsica.
Alright. Alright, so I think that's like everybody unless... No, I can't play with 808. Okay. I think that's everybody. So, on that note... There we go. Alright.
Damn, this got bumped to a 7 out of 10. Can't play with 808 at the final part.
Let's get Kale's password and shut down Spectra.
Roquefort's private elevator will take us to Kale's office. Everyone get on.
This is it, everyone.
I can't believe it.
Bet you didn't think we'd still be hanging out, Peppermint?
Nope. And I didn't think we'd be teaming up with Vandelay's own staff either.
This was definitely not in my weekly schedule.
Are we sure we're gonna be okay?
I have learned much from Mr. Chai, and you, sir, must chill out.
Chai?
Yeah?
Chai, I do trust you. You know that, right?
Couldn't have done it on my own.
Now arriving at Kale Vandelay's office.
Honestly, I'm half expecting
Get ready.
him to be used by Kale,
It's just
considering
you
his
and
arm.
us, Kale. And nothing's gonna come between us.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I can see it.
Mom?
Peppermint?
You're here?
I never left. And that's as far as you'll come.
Mom, what are you
Okay,
doing?
bit of a
I
plot
tried
twist
to
there.
find you. Kale's here, and there's this...
Spectra. I know. I promise to help him. No
It's
matter
like
who
hit him,
gets in the
hit
way.
him with the M. Night
Roxanne.
Shyamalan. What a twist.
No,
What a
you should never
twist.
do something like this.
Unless she's being controlled by...
Spectra.
Kale's finest work. And able to seduce even the most stubborn of minds.
You used
And
to be
that's
your
gross.
mother.
Well, how else could I have gotten this job? I wasn't Mommy's favorite.
Sir,
Let her
do
go.
we
I
got
know
all
you
that
probably think
pack
Spectra
there?
is
You
nefarious.
Paging Dr. Bates! Dr. Norman Bates!
Over the Vandalay ecosystem.
Wait, this is all an overly complicated plan to sell more product.
Do you have any
God,
idea how
God,
difficult it is to make something
implications.
people actually want to buy?
Something's wrong when a kid doesn't want to spend
Hey,
time
you,
with his
whatever.
mother.
Well, what color, what model, size, speed? Do I need it? All that stress gone. Because we'll subconsciously make that decision for you.
You're enslaving them.
I'm freeing them with the truth of having a better life.
This is so corporate.
I know,
That-
right? But look
I
at
was
you.
about to say,
On
wait,
the
he's making it
brand
sound
new
evil. Wait,
Project
hold up. Yeah,
Armstrong
that's
is
actually
meant
right.
to
Hold
become
up. That tracks.
a rock
It's
star.
like, wait.
You're
Wait.
nothing without my technology.
It's like, wait a
Get bought
minute.
into
This
it,
isn't.
and you'll help bring
this is-
in more
You're going up.
customers.
This is wait.
Project Armstrong was meant to help people. It was Mom's idea.
Well, Spectra is mine, and look who's in control now. Bam! Time for Spectra's wireless test run. Keep an eye on your buddy Chai here.
No! We're so close!
Damn it! That usually works.
Oh, shit,
Stealing
what do we
my
do now?
technology and then calling yourself a rock star? For doing what exactly?
I don't know what to do. Maybe Kale is right. I'm nothing without this arm.
Dude,
Don't let him get to you.
you've never known what to do up to now.
And it's because of who you are.
But I can't get us out of this.
You have had zero.
It's not your fault, Mr.
You
Chai.
had
It's
zero
our
plans.
There is nothing going on in that smooth head of yours, and apparently it's gotten us this
You mean,
far.
like, sound?
Yes, but destroying it requires a huge amount of energy.
If I can synchronize with the frequency.
So fuck it. Same
I
as
have to
second
at least
verse. Same
try.
as the first.
It's not over yet. Stand back. Just remember. Feel the beat.
I love how even the cat's like, what the fuck is he doing?
You may not be slick, but you get it done.
You might not see it.
Cut to
That
the
looks like
fucking
what-
Pymation Sonic Frontiers video. Ah, yeah! I can feel! I can feel the violence coursing through my veins!
Just have to focus. Just have to focus.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna stay quiet for the rest of this.
Just have to focus.
The tricky part is not hitting them, it's knowing when to stop.
Yeah, there's that, not to mention the whole play thing for the graphics card.
There we go.
I like this new child. He's quite come around, hasn't he?
We're in this together.
There we go.
I, for one, Mr. Chai, like your pants.
I like how
That's
everyone
fair.
is like,
As always, you've been a great help, Cinnamon.
I do trust you. You know that, right?
And I know it now.
okay, jokes aside, this is really good though.
Yeah.
Just have to focus. Just have to focus. I don't need a guitar. I am a rock star.
Thank you, Cinnamon.
Listen, I was in the zone.
I thought
And
you
y'all
said you
already
didn't need a
ruined
guitar.
Cinnamon.
Yeah, but this is much cooler. We can
And
do
the game.
this.
Look, we've made you build up this type of gameplay for a long while. We're not going to stop here.
Finally, some peace and quiet. Someone get me a cortado.
Coffee machine's only putting out decaf, sir.
What? And now this.
It comes full circle. A decaf coffee machine.
Hey, Kale! We got beef!
Okay, screw this. Do what you need to do, just stop them.
Well done, Cinnamon.
Mission briefing. Team, split up and let's get this jackass.
I go 3 for 3.
Can he do it?
And that's 3 for 3.
Wait, what do you mean there's no achievement?
Easy boots out of service.
Hasn't stopped me yet. I'll find a way. We're coming for you, Kale. Uh-oh. Or maybe not.
Mr. Jai, now it is my turn to help you.
Oh, we're gonna Portal 2 this? We are Portal 2ing this! That's awesome!
Shake it off, Chai.
Good news! That is not a docking station, so we have that.
You're almost near the path to the Spectre building. Hey, Chai. How about a shortcut?
Oh, you know me so well, Corsica. It's gonna be smooth sailing from here.
Damn.
All that comedic timing.
There we go.
Okay, I can see a... What the hell is that?
And now for something you won't get past.
Get out of there, little guy!
Is that Sanso's robot?
Looks like Kale put on the final touches.
Oh, crap!
Just immediate frame one jump the lizard.
take it on by yourself. Just avoid it for now.
I don't even know where I'm going. Try to look for a way back to us.
Don't even know where we're going. I mean, that hasn't stopped you before. Literally.
So we don't know where we're going, but we're going somewhere. That's all I know.
Run towards it! Trust me on this one. Hey, to your left. Run for the shutter.
Mr. Jai, I've had this way.
Oh, hi, Cinnamon. Bye, Cinnamon.
You monster.
Nowhere to run. Corsica! This is where you don't let me down!
Chai, you want to get out of there?
Thanks, Macaron!
Not done yet.
This should be of assistance. It appears the break in its armor reveals a critical weak point.
Not sure it's enough to take that thing down, though.
Well, it's something. Just gotta get close to it. Well, the good news. I think you lost me.
You jinxed yourself, mate. You jinxed yourself.
And now karma shall be hitting him in 10
Any way you
minutes.
can reach it.
Kinda busy right now. Give me a second. Here we go.
The old one, too.
Get up.
Do something, Shai.
So it turns
Do
out
it
they
now.
were already dead. Imagine that.
Hold on. Coming in hot. You won't see this coming.
Looks like he's been disarmed. I get it. Shut up.
Shut up, Emma.
What do we do now?
Wait, where's Cinnamon?
I think this may do the job. Perhaps that arm can still be used.
Cinnamon, what are you doing?
Oh, I can control Cinnamon now?
Be of assistance. I must seize this opportunity.
It's only been 3,000 years.
Oh my, this is quite fun. I see why you enjoy this, Mr. Chai. I'm compatible. It's quite heavy though. I could use a hand.
Cinnamon! Yes, yes, yes! Let's help him out.
Get out.
You ready?
Let's do this.
They could just fight as one Mizu Beam, but they did it with the beat just to fuck with him.
It works every time.
Cinnamon!
Was I dope, Mr. Chai?
That was very dope, Cinnamon.
You know,
Man,
just because this game is the finale, I'm gonna let them have that.
Stop, Kale. I will be fine. I'm glad to finally be useful.
Gamers, I will just suck!
Guys, we gotta move.
This is it.
Let's close the set.
Nowhere to run, Kale.
Gotta admit, you work really well together.
You're not going through with this.
You know how you get to the top? Having vision. Something all of you lack.
Enough, Kale. You can't stop all of us.
Oh,
And
you've had a few hits, but I think it's time we break up the
here we go.
Damn it, Kale!
How about it, Chai? Come on my side. I can make you a real rock star. World famous.
You know what? I'm good.
You know what? Doesn't matter.
Yeah, figured as much.
We both know who's the target user of Spectra.
That's cute. You thought you had a choice.
Dude's fucking Mr. Business from the Lego movie.
The worst kind of villain.
Another pawn. And this one should fare me better.
I'm proud to be a member of the Vandalay family.
Yeah, I figured as
I
much.
would never say that. Yeah, well, that's the point. I'm controlling you.
Get that bitch!
Peter's ass. Come on, put him up.
Is this a joke? You think I can't deal with a cat?
Clearly did not.
What do you think you can do?
Hang in there.
That's right. Instead of playing with the cat, you are the cat. 12 out of 10. Best game. Best game.
This is the one pussy he's having trouble handling.
Sounds like a normal Friday night for this guy.
Damn it!
Get him, Ty!
Sir, that was the same trick, and you fumbled twice.
Oh, it's blue now.
Pain in the ass. You know what? Let's take this outside.
You can say I've been here for years.
Let me show you the future. See what I am capable of? Don't forget, you're just a defect.
Alright, Sozo, your homework assignment for this boss fight, parry lightning.
You got it.
Ty, you can do this.
Back off!
So it seems he seems to do up to 2 attacks.
Okay, I just noticed they fire off feet too. That really throws you off.
There we go. Successfully pull off 20 jam combos. Now that is an achievement, especially on the fact it's the final boss.
It's all coming together.
Alright, round 1, get discount Darth Vader.
You should see what this body is capable
Sir, that is sexual harassment, and I don't have to take it.
Okay, who didn't you steal from?
of. Oh,
You went from Darth Vader to Doc Ock.
I can break that lens for you, Chai.
This is the best boss fight ever.
Finish it. Show Kale who's in charge. Stop it, Kale.
Come here!
You got this, Matt. Just give it off. Try this out. No problem.
Might want to stand back.
Stay back, Ty. Let me handle that. Round him up towards the jump tail. I'll never forget you.
Try this out.
It's me.
Peppermint.
Ty, you can do this.
Macaroon. Knock him.
Let's finish this time.
Get him, Macaroon.
Oh, this new tech too much for you. As expected.
You should see what this body is capable
Thank God for checkpoints.
Also, though, considering this game, I wouldn't be opposed to starting from the beginning.
Strong tech to shame.
We'll see about that.
I mean, fair.
The only reason for that is because the music is good.
I can break that lens for you, Chai. Now finish it. Show Kale who's in charge.
Let me break those shields.
You got this, Mac.
No problem, guy.
Try this out.
Okay, just get it off.
Might want to stand back.
Stay back, Chai. Let me handle that.
What you got? You got this?
Don't worry about me.
Try this out.
Tight. You can't lose this.
Back around. Sock 'em.
All eyes on it.
Not a chance.
Here we go.
Let's finish this time.
You got this, Mac.
No problem, guy.
What you got?
Here with
Here we go.
Kale. Now it's up to you.
Minor malfunction.
Back around.
Back on him. Now see if you can destroy them.
Minor malfunction.
Here we go.
Let me out.
There we go.
It's over,
Okay,
Kale.
that was
On
a
my
neat touch
side,
there with the
you
loss
could've
of
been
a whole half a
something,
health bar.
Chai.
Yeah.
Too bad your
What, is
little
Kale going to consult
adventure
with the Elder Gods now?
ends here.
Okay, so he went from Darth Vader to Doc Ock to... I'm just gonna honestly say He-Man, because it's funnier.
I mean, we also would have taken Kai Kisuke, but except, you know.
Yeah, this is funnier.
Going little loser.
Here we go, Kale. I'll never forget you.
Back on.
Tight. You can't lose this.
See what I am capable of.
Let's finish this time.
With you out of the way, now no one will stop me.
Wow, this really is the final boss. I died more than once.
God, a final boss that's actually challenging. What kind of weird
It's
black
over,
magic is
Kale.
this?
On my side, you could have been something, Chai. Too bad your little adventure ends here. old one, too. Those little losers! That's what you get for siding with losers.
Damn, he really is no joke.
It's over, Kale.
Okay, yeah,
Sure.
I did at least die to him like once. So yeah.
Not even you.
So yeah, he is no joke. Still fun as hell though.
Oh yeah.
Let's finish.
Knock him.
Let's just finish, Dale. See what I am capable of? Those little losers.
Congratulations, you get an A for pairing the lightning.
You got this back.
Let me out.
Give it up.
Defect. Back off.
Get up.
No, don't let it get to you.
That's fucking perfect.
Really, what better way to end it?
You are a defect who got lucky. I put in the hard work.
You think I'm winging this? Not anymore.
Macaron!
I thought I wasn't dodging, but I actually am.
This
Okay.
company enough.
Okay, nice, nice.
Can't believe I looked up to you.
Alright, this is pretty great.
Alright, everybody, let's jump them on three.
This isn't just about Bandolin.
And this is game over.
That's awesome. Are you fucking kidding me?
Enough's enough. Give us the password.
Okay, that's right. You can't get the final blow. Let's go.
You're just a bunch of losers.
Maybe so. But together, we're unstoppable.
Chai!
Woo!
Dead. I'm sorry, robot body or not, dead. I say it soon as it blows up.
Is that it?
I think so.
Wait, was that supposed to be easy mode?
Was it?
I don't know. I got a trophy called Easy Listening.
I don't know if that was because you beat Kale or what.
It says finish the game completing every level. I don't know what.
It's over. This is just a bunch of scrap metal now.
I was worried there for a second, but I knew you could do it.
Look who's here.
I'll assume by the damage done that Mr. Chai was involved.
We'll get you fixed in no time, mate.
It's done.
You did it, Chai.
I heard the cat fought. What did I miss?
We did it.
I apologize for putting you through all this.
Nothing we couldn't handle, Miss Vandelay.
I won't make the same mistakes again. If possible, I'd like to make it up. It would be an honor to work for the company. The real Vandelay that I admired.
And we will welcome you with open arms. Oh, Macaron. After all these years, it's so good to see you at my side again.
I should have done something sooner. Known things went right, Roxanne.
You made it right. That's what matters. And our team needs you back leading development.
Got a new partner, too.
While it might not look it, I had quite a fun adventure coming to meet you.
I won't run away this time, Mom. I understand what you always wanted for me. And the company.
Peppermint, you need to do things your own way. Never change who you are. I think we have a lot of catching up to do.
I'd like that a lot.
Ah, Chai.
Hi, I'm the guy that killed your son.
Don't quite think I fit a job
No, that
description.
totally wouldn't be awkward at
So
all.
maybe I should see myself out.
Chai, I think you know yourself, that you are special, making the most of what was handed to you and making a difference. I think that's the kind of attitude we need here right now. And Project Armstrong needs an ambassador, a leader, a real rock star. Are you interested?
There are after credits, or is that it?
Yes, there are after credits.
Alright. Oh, okay.
I was going to say, breaking news, Chai suddenly burns Vandelay to the ground.
What if it turned out this was gonna end like the alternate ending to Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, where Shy got arrested and the entire whole scenario was just a hallucination? So he got put in like a mental institute.
To be fair, I wouldn't put it past this game to have done that.
Or if it ends like fucking, God, what was that story from South Park? It was like Woodland Critter Christmas. Where it's just like at the end of it, it's just like the little boy died of AIDS soon, soon after.
By the way, I'm keeping your cat.
Hmm? Ah. By the way, I'm keeping my cat. Your cat!
Yes, my cat.
Batman. Well, get used to it, because it's the only pussy you're gonna see in a long time.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep quiet.
Wouldn't put it past this game to, at that moment, just him fall off the back of the truck.
Wait, what do you mean we're going the wrong way?
Wait, I figured it out. This is just Steven Universe.
So, you're actually gonna learn how to play guitar.
Oh,
Gotta practice.
God, you're right.
Just in case this doesn't work out.
Alright, I imagine that's it. Or is there gonna be some, like, after credits scene where it's just like Kale's actually back and he's gonna want his revenge?
No, that should be about it.
Okay. Yeah, ultimately, honestly, I want to have a go of that in my own time listening to the copyrighted music.
Oh yeah, I say go for it.
Yeah. Yeah, this game is, oh god, this game was so much fun. It was just, oh man, it's really fun, and it's just like, when I do it on terms of like going into copyright, I gotta see how well I do in terms of not working with capture card delay, because, dear god, sometimes some of those moments were just iffy. But other than that, I mean, like, just the combat, the gameplay, the story, honestly, this finale, like, legitimately felt like a genuine finale. It didn't feel like they were holding anything back. Like, everything that you had been doing up to that point, it was being put to the test, and you had to deal with it. And it was just like, that's what I honestly kind of like out of this game. It felt like, legitimately, everything up to this point was testing you for this moment, for this level, and I really enjoyed that.
Oh yeah, and they really kick it into high gear in later difficulties. Yeah, big surprise. There are harder difficulties, but this game's version of Dante Must Die mode will really put that all to the test.
I didn't realize Studio Titmouse worked on this.
Huh. I'll imagine that.
Yeah, they're a pretty big name in the animation industry.
Okay, if they're ever called up to do another, either a Hi-Fi Rush sequel or some type of spiritual successor or something like it, we can definitely count on them.
Yeah. I wouldn't know about a sequel to this, because my worry here is not necessarily that it will be good. My worry here is whether or not it's necessary. You know, it's just like, you finish the game like pretty much all said and done in the first. It's just like, it's kind of like a North Straight Roads type deal where it's just like, does it really need to be a sequel? But at the same time, it's just like, I don't really think it should dissuade other games in this type of genre. Because look, if this game can actually bring up more games alongside it to be in the rhythm gaming genre, like, absolutely, I'm all for it. Like, hell, give me fucking more Devil May Cry with DDR.
No, that's the perfect description for this game.
Yeah. Oh man.
That this whole thing has been this whole game in itself has been a blast. I'm glad I could go swat through it the second time.
Yeah, honestly. The one thing I will say, I am really glad it did have, like, stream mode, not just that, also original music, because I didn't want this to turn out like the fucking Demon Slayer game, where apparently they decided to have music from the original, like, show, which is fine for an immersion and all, but if you're expecting, you know, in this day and age, it's like, they should have known that there were people that were gonna want to play it live and everything, and that copyright was a total fucking bitch. So it's just like, instead of, like, accommodating for that by creating, I don't know, original music that feels in line with Demon Slayer, no, they just decided, hey, let's go with the copyrighted music the show used. And that fucking, even without any appeal or whatever, I got a fucking copyright strike on my channel for that.
Yeah, that's bullshit. But I'm glad that they did what they did here.
Yeah. Honestly, I would be interested in a Hi-Fi Rush Arena Fighter. Like, just full-on Arena Fighter. Of just using Hi-Fi Rush characters and whatnot. I don't know how you would make the whole, like, fighting to the rhythm type deal work in that and everything, but, like, I don't know, maybe you could hit harder if you did it with the beat, but other than that, I mean, like, it is, God, it is, like, it would actually be interesting to see just this game have, like, its own, like, fighting spin-off, because, like, all these characters and everything, like, I can imagine they have their own movesets, and it would be interesting to play it in a fighting game, but, I mean, if this is it for Hi-Fi Rush, I mean, I can't say that I can't really say that I'm disappointed.
Oh no, absolutely. And if they do decide to do some type of arena fighter for it, blocking on beat is a perfect berry, and Peppermint would be the top tier zoner.
Nah, Corsica would be the top tier zoner.
What's that? You want to be stunned on every gust of wind? Well, you don't want that? Sucks to be you, I guess.
Oh, you want to be reset? Guess what, fucker?
But we all know Macaron would be the super armor with the permanent super armor grappler.
And just as a joke character, fucking Cinnamon would be the one-shot. Cinnamon would be the fucking Nagaryuki.
His instinct kill would be the fucking giant kick. No. You want a really, really broken character? 808.
And give him, like, fucking Psychonaut and beatboxes hitboxes. Where they just can't be hit.
There is no escape. But yeah, while you are technically done with the game, you are not done with the game.
Is there like a sort of if I did like a new game plus or some other content, like is there like extra stuff if I moved on?
Yeah, mostly post-game content, yeah.
Okay. I was thinking, like, is there like a whole Halo Legendary mode type situation where if I beat the game on its hardest mode, I get a secret ending?
I haven't tried it, but there might be. It's mostly there for fun, but they do have their own version of Bloody Palace.
Ah, okay.
but yeah, overall, yeah, this is why we were happy when Hi-Fi Rush won when it did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't get
And
it. I can see now.
we've made him a believer.
They have a song called The Fizzith. No, but I can tell you that I plead the Fizzith.
Death.
I wonder how many people remember that was a fucking joke. Just fucking there. I said there are so many amendments in the Constitution of the United States of America. I can only choose one. I can only choose one. I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
This is impossible. It's spectra signals. They're appearing all over the Vandalay campus.
But I thought we shut it down.
Could be some sort of backup plan?
It's Kale. Wouldn't put anything past that bugger.
If only we had someone up to the task of checking those hotspots out.
Who are you implying?
You, Mr. Chai. I was implying you.
You up for another round? See what's going on here?
Doesn't look like I have much of a choice.
Yeah, okay. I think that's gonna be it.
All right, but yeah, all that you can check out on your free time, and I think the new difficulty would have unlocked by now.
Yeah. I'll check that out on my own time. But yeah. I think I think that's it for today. I'm gonna get out of here.
All right, catch you later.
Yep, see you. Okay, that is gonna be a wrap for today. Oh, man. Well, I can say that this did go a lot more shorter than Gravity Rush 2. But, oh man, this was fun. It was a really enjoyable game. I absolutely don't regret playing this. Like, I was kind of worried when I made that membership for people to put money in it, because it was just feel like they were going to give me money to play games that I was just not going to be into. But so far, like, honestly, I've been paid to play 2 games, and I'm really enjoying it. Now, as for the future, I don't know, because things are going to get pretty busy on my end starting next week. Starting Monday, honestly. So, I imagine I'll still have time to stream and everything, but it just won't be as frequent. Or maybe as consistent, because I got school and everything. Other than that, I mean, I guess the only thing I can hope for is trying to get enough money to get Persona 3 Reload. And that's coming out very, like, damn near the first week of the 1st or the 2nd of February for me, so I'm gonna have to see what I can do for around that. But other than that, I mean, this was a fun game. I enjoyed it. I had a really good time. As for plans, I mean, for what to do next. Honestly, I mean, I might just, I don't know. I mean, I might just go ahead and, like, get back to drawing and everything. Work on that for a bit. Probably make some more stuff on my account, like, videos and whatnot. But other than that, I mean, yeah. In terms of content that, like, I am playing right now, I mean, I don't know. I suppose I could come back to streaming and, like, doing something with more people if I had, like, other games in mind to do it. I mean, like, because, like, the games I have currently, they're fun, but it's also, like, I just kind of want to delve into something else different right now. Other than that, I mean, like, I guess that fucking racing Fortnite game would be nice. I'd have to see if I can get more people on board with that. Because I don't want to just sit here playing by myself. Doing that and everything. I'd have to see if more people are in for that. And I'm not just talking about 1 or 2 people. I mean, like, basically the whole squad. In terms of, like, other games online, I mean, there's other games I want to play down the line, but other than that, it's just, like, if Fortnite racing, it'd have to be when I'm off work. Yeah, see what I mean? Is like, it's a game where it's just like, that would have to be a whole, everyone's got the day off, and we all want to play it. That's the type of game it is. So, other than that, I mean, like, all I can think of to do right now is, like, play games essentially that I've already played, I guess? I mean, you see, the biggest thing I have here right now is that I've got a slew of games that I could play, especially on PS3. The problem is that PS3s are not streamer friendly. So, either I would have to, like, jailbreak my PS3 to make it work, or get an adapter for that. And I don't know how much those are going for. Because, I mean, like, I have other games available for PS3, and I would love to play, like, some of them live and everything. Hell, I would love to play some of them in my own free time. I just don't, well, I mean, I don't really have, like, a TV to set this stuff up with. Like, a lot of it has just been through my computer and capture card. So, it's just like, look at me now, like, I don't know. But, ultimately, it's just like, I don't know, it's a little confusing, because it's just like, it's come to the point now where it's just like, I've played a lot of games, and there are games I want to play, but either A, it's just like, nobody really wants to play with me, or B, they are games that are part of the, you need to be paying this much money a month or a year for type deal. Like, I mean, Nintendo Switch Online, for instance, is like, and like, that's a big part of why I'm not playing Pokken Tournament anymore. Because I'm pretty sure that I actually have to have a Nintendo Switch Online account for that to even go through. That's why I'm really glad I got the Steam Deck. Other than that, I mean, like, I don't know, maybe one of my days off when I'm not doing anything for school and everything, I might have a day where it's just like I play old PS2 games. That might be something. But I don't know, it's just, for right now, I kind of feel like it probably would be best to sort of step away from gaming, at least for the moment, and focus on like school and focus on my work and focus on other stuff. Like I already got like a couple of scripts written up for like videos that I want to make, and I just have not got around to recording them. So yeah, I kind of feel like my option right now is sort of to take a break from gaming and I mean, not take a break from making content or anything, just take a break from gaming for a bit. I mean, if people are up for it and everything, I could make live streams do live streams on Twitch where I do draw live, but I kind of keep that for a YouTube thing. Especially considering that YouTube's policies towards music are a little more lenient when it comes to VOD muting and everything. So yeah, ultimately, I think I might just, like, I might not be as active on Twitch as I have been. So, unless there's, like, something that comes on down the line that was just like, you know, I really want to make a playthrough of this. I doubt that, though. But, yeah, ultimately, that's gonna be it for right now. In the meantime, I am going to sort of work on my own and everything and do my own thing. But yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be it. I hope you all take care. Feel free to subscribe to me on YouTube if you haven't already. Follow me on Twitch. You can donate to me both on Twitch and Ko-Fi.com if you want me to. And hey, if you like this journey and everything and you're thinking, hey, if you're someone who's watching this and thinking like, hey, it's just like, oh man, he's having like a lot of fun playing these games. I wonder if Sozo will have fun playing this game, or I want him to try this game. It's just like, hey, Ko-Fi.com/Sozo-sha. I got a membership for that. And as for other stuff, I mean, like, I got a portfolio on my art station if you want to check out my art and everything. Speaking of which, yeah, I still have to get back to work. There are some things I do have to do in regards to my art. And also, I also got Instagram. You can follow me there. But yeah. Oh man. Alright, I'm gonna get out of here. Y'all take care.